And a happy ending, which is a great coming out story from my good friend Debbie Lowry, who's here with us today. She'll be signing this book with a PFLAG booth in Augusta on next weekend at Augusta Pride. I don't know. I never thought they'd have an Augusta Pride when I was a kid. We still do DVDs. Latter Days is a great story about Mormons who seem to be very much in the news these days. A Marine story, a coming out story in the military. Quarantine, stories of gay Indians who came out. And it's pretty good.
What about the Joan Rivers one?
Joan Rivers, she's not gay, but we have a great amount of videos and music, and she, you know, I think all the people around her are gay. It's a fantastic documentary. So those are just a sampling of some of the things that we have at Outwrite on a regular basis. We have great accessories. One of our favorite ones is a slap watch. I told Colin to keep me on time. They're very they're a lot of fun. And, we've got some great stuff, some great events. I want to share with you, and not scare the hell out of you, but share with you a letter that we sent out to the community. And I'm just going to read it, and I meant to bring extra copies of it, but we can send it out to each and every one of you. And it is an open letter to our community. This month, Outwrite Bookstore and Coffee House celebrates our 15th year at our location at the corner of Piedmont and 10th. Outwrite is the most visible LGBT landmark in the city and one of the largest remaining independent bookstores of any kind in the Southeast. More than just a bookstore or a coffee house, Outwrite serves as a welcoming space for Atlanta residents and travelers and is an unofficial community center, educating and entertaining our customers while helping people come out and grow. Outwrite also provides a unique venue for an extraordinary, diverse array of public literary events, ranging in a single recent week from actress Roseanne Barr, reading from a raucous Roseanarchy, to literary scholar Madhavi Menon presenting her academic collection Shakespeare. Equally important, Outwrite provides a place for local writers and artists to gather and connect with interested audiences. Unfortunately, this is in jeopardy. Bookstores are closing at an unprecedented rate, and Outwrite is now one of less than a handful of LGBT bookstores in the country. Although our doors are still open, our sales have not been immune to the downturn in the economy and the impact technology has had on how people buy and read books. To ensure a successful future, we're doing a lot of work. We're realigning our business model, refocusing our products and services, and upgrading the store to meet the changing needs of our customers and the community. But we can't do this without your help. Here's what you could do. Buy as many of your books, CDs, and DVDs from Outwrite as possible. We can order anything that is in print, and just about anything that is in print, and we offer a great collection of t-shirts, gifts, and jewelry. When you shop online, if that's the way you shop, go to OutwriteBooks.com to purchase all of your books and your ebooks. We can provide ebooks for any platform except the Kindle. Kindle is an Amazon product. They'll only be able to buy books that are published by Amazon, and if you have an iPad or an iPhone or a Sony e-reader or any type of Android, we can get your books through Google eBooks, Google Editions on OutwriteBooks.com. So I'll be passing out cards later so you can make sure you have that address. When you're heading to a coffee house, come to Outwrite. We have great coffees, specialty drinks, teas, sandwiches, snacks, iced drinks, and sweets. Reserve our lounge for your company, business, or organization meeting. Our new community table is ideal for meetings. Just call or email us and we'll be happy to reserve it for you at no additional cost. And we will have your drinks and food ready when you arrive. Volunteer your skills so that we can reduce our operating costs. Please let us know if you're willing to share your expertise in web design, social media, marketing, bookkeeping, finance, banking, retail management, retail sales, and legal services. Stop by and share your ideas with us. We want to know what you need. Tell your friends, colleagues, and family we need your patronage and support too. We hope you agree that Outwrite is more than just another business, but truly a resource that the LGBT community and Atlanta cannot afford to lose, and that we all need to help preserve. Can we count on you to help make this happen? We have loved serving this community, and we hope to serve you for many more years to come. Thank you so much for your support over the past 18 years in the challenging present and into the future. So that's where we are now. We sent this out about 3 weeks ago. Our initial response has been strong. We've seen a lot of people come back in the store, and our challenge now is to keep that happening. We knew that there would be an initial bump in business, and we're working diligently day and night to find better ways to get the word about Outwrite. My people are making sure I get to organizations like PFLAG and talk about Outwrite, and we want to know how we can help. It really is a partnership and with the community, and we are happy to provide what you need, but we always ask for everybody's support. I don't want to scare the heck out of everybody with you. We're not closing our doors tomorrow or next week, but we need to really build the support and get more people back in the store. A few things you just want to remind everybody about Outwrite. We have free parking in our parking lot. It does fill up fast if you are coming to us on Piedmont, except between the hours of 4 and 6, you can park on Piedmont Avenue. And it's usually, with the exception of maybe a Sunday night, pretty easy to find a spot around. We're open every day at 9 a.m., and we're open until 10 p.m. and 11 o'clock on Fridays and Saturdays. We talked about our OutwriteBooks.com website. You can keep up with all our great events. You can order any book in print either on the phone or online with us. We can order your CDs or DVDs if you still buy those. I know a lot of people download those. We do fantastic events. This week we have Don Lemon coming up. The next week we have a guy named Terrence Dean, who's a wonderful writer. We have Sapphire, who's the author of Push, which is the book that the movie Precious is based on, coming up. And we have Chelsea Handler coming to the store. You can connect with us on OutwriteBooks.com. You can fan us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. And or you can just come in the doors and call us for anything you need. I want to thank you for letting me speak today. I really appreciate your time. And hope I've shed some light on our history and what we can do for you in the community today. So I open to questions.
I have a question. What about for the visually impaired and the blind? Do you have any books on CD or audio cassette that are audio?
We do have
books?
audio.
Okay, that's good.
We don't have a lot in stock, but we can get anything available for you.
Okay, and I'll definitely shop there because I haven't found any books. I haven't found any places that have the audio books for the visually impaired and blind. I'm almost blind, so that's good.
Yeah, we will certainly work to find you anything that you need.
Thanks.
Yes?
Well, as someone who's kind of lived through the evolution of the LGBT community here in Atlanta, you probably have a fairly good handle on where the tipping point was when you guys suddenly realized you had some economic clout and some political clout and could really make your voice heard. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering when that point was, what in the history of this town, when the...
You mean for the bookstore or for the...
For the community in general, because you...
I think it's an ongoing basis, and I think it's an ongoing education campaign. When was the tipping point for when the community realized we had economic clout?
Economic and political clout too.
I think it was probably late 80s, early 90s. There's several business organizations in our community. There is the Atlanta Executive Network, which was founded, I believe, the early 90s, and the Atlanta Gate Chamber of Commerce, and they had a range of speakers, and I remember one point when Roy Barnes was governor, he spoke to the group. So I think late 80s, early 90s when certain people realized that we did have political clout. And I think through the work of Georgia Equality, we've got more statewide political clout than a lot of people think that we do. back in it was 2004 elections. We got our butts kicked on the anti-gay marriage amendments. But in the state legislature this year, there was, even though it's a very Republican state legislature, there was no anti-gay activity that took place, although there was a lot of talk about it. So I think we have political clout, the economic clout. I think organizations like Atlanta Pride have been working to ensure that we have that. I think we have more when the community stands together. I think there is more political clout, more economic clout than people realize that we do or take advantage of. And that's one of the reasons I'm pretty involved with this brand new organization called GREAT, because it is connecting the visible LGBT businesses, retailers, restaurants, and nightlife to band together and talk about the economic clout that we have in the city. Yes?
I have two questions. Does GREAT have a website?
We have a very initial website. It's greatatlanta.org.
Okay.
It won't give you a lot of information about the organization yet. We're really in the formative stages. But we are we're welcoming anybody to join. Eventually, I'm actually chair of the membership committee. We're trying to figure out whether there's business memberships and individual memberships and how that will structure. But it is open to anybody right now, and there is no fee for membership.
You said that Don Lemon is coming this Wednesday?
This Wednesday night.
Do you normally have your author signing events on Wednesdays?
I would love to have them on a certain night each week, but it really depends on the author and their schedules. Okay. We try to keep most of them on a weeknight because we understand that on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays there's so many other events that are important to people, but every once in a while we'll have them on the weekend. But that's going to be a real good one, so talk to me about it if you're interested in coming. Yes.
I was wondering, is GREAT part of the, I know there's a campaign for the anti-immigration things that are happening in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the small businesses are putting up signs,
mm-hmm.
Safe places. Is GREAT part of that, or is that right?
It is not. Outwrite is, and we are a place that we say we welcome immigrants. So basically we're standing up against the anti-immigration law. What the law could potentially do is legal officers could come in and demand everybody's papers in the store, and we've signed up as saying we refuse to do that if that happens. It's probably an unlikely scenario that it would happen, but we think it's important that people stand up now and do that.
So will you be asking GREAT to sign on with that idea?
I don't think it's on the agenda right now. I'm on a very temporary board to get the bylaws going and the mission statement, and I don't know that we're still trying to figure out what we're going to be, but it's a good question that I'll certainly bring up. But Outwrite is definitely.
Oh, I thought I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
If someone came to you and said, I can sit at home and get my books, delivered to my doorstep, what would you say would be the one thing, or maybe multiple things, that Outwrite gives them that they wouldn't get from that clinical experience of just getting something home delivered?
Well, we can home deliver it.
Okay.
We can home deliver it. We can ship it. We have people in the neighborhood that we actually deliver the books to.
Mm-hmm.
What are they going to get from us that they're not going to get from them? They're going to ensure the continued presence of
mm-hmm.
us in the community at this point in time.
I was talking about just like coming into the store, the experience that they'd have in the store.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're going to have a great experience in the store. You're going to find a staff that's knowledgeable
mm-hmm.
And passionate about both the books and the community. You're going to have a warm, welcoming atmosphere, and you're going to have people who love what they do. And for the people who work for me, they do it because they're passionate about the community and about the books, and we'll help you find. People come in and say, I'm looking for a book. I know the cover's red. And there's a picture of a black car on the front. And it was a love story between a guy and a girl, and I don't remember what it was. So we'll help you find anything that you need. And you'll be supporting your community.
Well, thank you very much.